Hello everyone. Thank you for joining me today for this brief restorative yoga practice. We're also today going to be integrating an essential oil into our restorative yoga practice to deepen the effects of the experience and the effects on the body-mind complex. Today we're going to be using lavender essential oil. I chose this for a few reasons today because this is an oil that is very much in the mainstream. It's easy to find in a good source, a clean source, in an organic source, that is. And it's also one that I carry with me every day to have with me for other reasons besides the calming effects, but also for its properties of healing and antiseptic qualities. Today, we're going to be taking this oil. We're going to be applying it to a piece of cotton. So you can open up a piece of cotton and pull off a little piece on the end. Make a little flat piece. And then we're going to take the essential oil and place one drop of essential oil onto the cotton. Then we'll set it aside as we get ready to enter our posture practice. We'll be placing that piece of cotton on the Chinese acupuncture point called Yin Tan. This place is in between the eyebrows. So once we're laying back in the pose, we'll take that piece of cotton and we'll place it right on Yin Tan. This particular treatment is to relax and soften the thinking part of our being. At this time it might be a little bit in overdrive, especially with all the technology that we're on these days. So for the posture, we're going to be doing a pose called Supine, bound angle pose, or Supta Baddha Konasana, also known as the goddess pose. I love this pose. So I'm using a cushion for my couch. If you have a bolster at home, you can do that too. But otherwise, find a pillow or two from a couch or a chair. I have 3 blankets. You can also use bath towels. The first blanket, I'm going to fold so there's a nice rounded edge. I'm going to place it at the very top of the bolster, and this is where my head will rest. The next 2 blankets, I'm going to roll firmly, meaning tightly, so that they will be good support for the upper outer thighs. As you roll each blanket firmly, then you can take it and place it on opposite sides of the mat, up towards the hip region. Have your piece of cotton available for you easily so that once you lay back you can place it on Yin Tan. To come into the pose, I'm going to place my hands on opposite sides of the bolster. I'm going to move well up to this bolster because it slants down on the end, so it can slant down and support my sacral area. If the bolster you have is higher and a squared edge, you'll want to leave space for the sacrum so that when you do lay back, you're first supporting the lower ribs, the soft ribs. Hands on the opposite sides of the mat. Lift the chest up. Use the hands, press into the floor. Feel the shoulder blades recede, chest lifting. Resist the urge to roll back and sink the chest. Start with the chest broad. Walk the hands back. Slowly lay back. Let the whole spine be supported. Check for that folded blanket that you set for your head. Then take the rolled blankets, move them up underneath the outer hip sockets. You can tuck them up there, maybe put them at a little bit of an angle. Then find your piece of cotton with your essential oil on it, lavender. Place it right in between the eyebrows, so no need to press or activate the point, the oil will. Knees bent. Let the knees fall away from the center line of the body in opposite directions, bottoms of the feet together. Arms resting a comfortable distance from the body. And just allow yourself to start to settle in the pose. Take a few letting go breaths. And maybe even if there's any essential oil on the hands, you can rub your hands together to activate that inhale. Nice letting go exhale. And you can do that 2 or 3 more times, allowing the smell of the essential oil to come in through the nose and into the limbic system. Arms resting, palms facing up. For the first few breaths, maybe adjusting any of the props, getting them tucked in nicely so you feel fully supported. Let the jaw soften, and if you have glasses on now, might be a nice time to remove your glasses and set them off so the eyes can relax too. Let the lower jaw drop away from the upper jaw. Tongue spread so there's space between the top of the tongue and the roof of the mouth. Space between the teeth. Back of the throat becoming soft too. Maybe gently starting to notice the effects of the lavender on that thinking part of the mind. Starting to feel the thoughts slowing. Maybe space between the thoughts. Breath starting to become longer, slower and smoother. You can rest here for 5 to 10 minutes. Maybe setting a timer for yourself. As you get ready to come out of the pose, as you are ready, bring the hands to the outsides of the thighs. Bring the knees up to center, feet flat on the floor. Move the rolled blankets off to the sides. Extend each leg one at a time. Gently and slowly sweep the arms overhead. Eyes gliding open. Feel that full body extension. Legs active, arms active. Legs long, arms long too. Grab the opposite wrists, forearms, or elbows as arms are either on the forehead or overhead above the head, wherever your shoulder mobility allows. Keep pressing through the heels and the palm onto the toes. Legs long, press the tops of the thighs down gently. Change the cross of the arms. Now allow the arms to soften again next to the sides. Let the legs relax. Noticing the pace of the breath. Space between the thoughts. And as you feel ready, bend the knees, roll off of your cushion or your bolster onto your side. Roll forward and press yourself up. In the practice of yoga, it's about deepening our awareness. So make sure you take time to be in this pose, in this setup, be with this wonderful oil, and allow Mother Earth to support you too. We like to feel the after effects of a practice, the breath, the posture, and the integration on this Chinese medicine point, yin tan. So thank you for joining me today. I hope this practice brings you some relaxation and peace. Namaste.